So who exactly are the people charged with Trump in the RICO case down there in Georgia? Well, I'm glad you asked, friend. We obviously know who this is, the twice impeached, now 4 times indicted former president who is alleged to have tried to overturn the 2020 election. This is the man at the top of the RICO case, the head of the criminal organization that tried to overturn the 2020 election. Allegedly. This is Rudy Giuliani, who is one of the president's lawyers, who he should have gotten rid of a while ago because he definitely confessed on Fox News a while ago that Trump actually used his own funds to pay for the Stormy Daniels thing. But that's not what we're here to talk about. The ironic part about Rudy Giuliani being charged in the RICO statute is he used to prosecute RICO cases in the Southern District of New York back when he was the head of the office. And he has truly fallen from American grace because this man was the mayor of New York City during September 11th. He was America's mayor. And now he's the guy that tried to help Trump overthrow the election. Now, this is still Rudy Giuliani. This right here is John Eastman. He's also charged. He's one of the people that came up with the fake elector scheme and is a lawyer as well. And long story short, the fake elector was basically like, hey, we're going to carouse these group of people to say they are the real people who get to vote for the Electoral College and send in those ballots, if you will. Which is a crime. You know, he always stopped the steal and all that. This is actually a photo of them on the ellipse the day of the January 6th insurrection. Child, up next, we got Mark Meadows. I bet he wish he stayed in Congress, huh? Mark Meadows was a congressman who was a part of the Freedom Caucus, which way back in the day, let's get a little political tea, was a part of the group that was really trying to oust the Speaker, John Boehner, because they really like to stick it to the Republican Party. These are Republicans that stick it to themselves as well. Think of the Marjorie Taylor Greens of today, the Lauren Boeberts, the Matt Gaetz. This is him. He's one of them back in the day. Okay, he leaves Congress and then goes to the White House to be Trump's chief of staff. And we found out during the January 6th committee hearings that, baby, he already knew what Trump was trying to do. We got text messages of him basically laughing at the fact that they are looking for other votes, knowing that there are no other votes or that there was nobody dead that voted or that there was no election fraud, and basically laughing about it up in the text messages. And he went down into Atlanta to try to, stand over some stuff and try to make sure they do a recount and all this other stuff. But he's charged as well, Mark. Now, this is Kenneth John Cheesebro. Now, we didn't really know too much about him, It was like, who is that child? I had to do a little Google search. He was also a part of helping John Eastman, who I showed y'all earlier, to come up with the fake elector scheme. Now, they got him allegedly, got memos that he sent proposing the fake elector scheme. I ain't no criminal, but they do say don't write no crimes down, baby. They got you in the memo. But that lets me know you thought you was big and bad enough to write down the stuff that it was really gonna pop. Well, he's got hit with the RICO too. Who child, Jeffrey Clark. So Jeffrey Clark worked in the DOJ. Now, Jeffrey Clark was in the Civil Rights Division. I actually did a video about this before down on my page, so you can go back and look at that. He was in the Civil Rights Division at the Department of Justice and basically was going to use his power in that position to send a letter from the DOJ stating that they suspected alleged voter fraud and that they should hold off on certifying their state elections and not send it to Washington. And then we later found out that he also was apparently the attorney general for a couple of hours, like Trump installed him, and he was okay with there potentially being civil unrest in the streets if Trump didn't leave the White House, saying, quote, that's why we have the Insurrection Act. I actually did a video about that as well. He was a part of the plot with Trump to basically try to use the army to come and oppress us if we rose up in the streets if Trump didn't leave because we knew he lost. Jeffrey, Rico. Then Jenna Ellis, baby. Jenna. Now, interestingly enough, Jenna got reprimanded by the bar because she was on TV making all these lies and false statements. And a part of her agreement with the bar to keep her bar license was that she had to admit that she was going on TV lying. So she's already admitted to the bar that she was lying, and baby, she done got wrapped up in this RICO case too, trying to muck up the waters down there in Georgia. She's also a lawyer as well. It's one too many lawyers for me that's doing corrupt things. Alleged corrupt things. That's the first 7 of the people that's indicted. Stay tuned for part 2 where I break down the others.